The shovel struck the earth with a dull thud, shattering the morning stillness. Ricardo stood over his mother's grave, the first rays of dawn casting long shadows across the cemetery. His hands trembled, not from the cold, but from the storm of emotions raging within him. It had been months since Anna's sudden death, the rushed burial, and his father's refusal to meet his eyes. Something was wrong. Ricardo felt it deep in his gut. "I need to know," he whispered, gripping the shovel tighter. His mother, Anna, had been the kindest person he'd ever known. She hadn't just died. Someone had taken her from him. The doctors claimed it was a heart attack, but Ricardo couldn't accept it. She was healthy, vibrant, gone in an instant. The loose dirt gave way as he dug, sweat mixing with tears he didn't realize were falling. He didn't care if the town called him mad. He needed answers. When the coffin's edge appeared, his heart pounded. He hesitated, staring at the wooden box that held the woman who'd raised and loved him. "This is for you, Mom," he thought, prying open the lid. The hinges groaned, echoing in the empty cemetery. There she was, pale, still, just as he'd seen her at the funeral. But something was wrong. Her hands were clenched, nails broken and bloody. Her lips were parted, as if frozen mid-scream. Faint scratches marred the coffin's inner lid that Ricardo's blood ran cold. His mother hadn't died of a heart attack. She'd been buried alive that he stumbled back, collapsing onto the damp grass, his chest heaving. The truth hit like a sledgehammer. Anna had been conscious, fighting for her life, trapped in that box. Tears streamed down his face as he crawled back to the coffin, touching her cold hand. "I'm so sorry, Mom," he choked. "I didn't know. I couldn't save you." But amid the grief, a fire ignited. This wasn't an accident. Someone had done this. Someone had ensured she was buried before her time. Ricardo dialed the police, his voice steady despite the chaos within. "My mother was buried alive," he said. "I'm at the cemetery. Please come." Sirens pierced the morning calm as police swarmed the scene. Detective Helena, a tall woman with sharp eyes, approached Ricardo. "You made the call?" she asked, her tone calm but probing. He nodded. "She didn't die naturally. The scratches, her nails, someone did this." Helena's expression hardened as she examined the coffin. "This is serious. Why did you dig up her grave?" "Something fell off," Ricardo said, struggling to keep his voice steady. "The burial was too quick. My father's been acting strange since she died. I had to know." Helena signaled her team to begin forensic work. "Where's your father now?" "At home, I think. He doesn't know I'm here." She nodded, motioning to an officer. "Bring the father in for questioning. Get the coroner here fast." The coroner confirmed Ricardo's worst fears. Anna had been alive when buried. Helena's face was grim. "This is a homicide investigation now. Anyone who might have wanted to hurt her." Ricardo hesitated. His father, Marcos, had always been distant, but capable of this? Then there was Erica, his father's friend. Ricardo had never trusted her. "My father," he wasn't grieving. "And Erica, she's been around a lot lately. I think they're involved." Helena jotted notes. "We'll look into it. You'll need to come to the station for a formal statement." At the station, Ricardo sat in a cold, fluorescent-lit room, recounting everything to Helena. "My father was different after Mom died. He didn't cry, didn't seem sad. And Erica, Mom suspected they were having an affair." Helena raised an eyebrow. "An affair?" Ricardo's jaw tightened. "Yeah, I saw them together. Mom knew but never confronted him. She didn't want trouble. And you think your father had a motive to harm her?" "I don't know," Ricardo admitted. "He's controlling. Mom had a life insurance policy, and the house is in her name. If she died, he'd get everything. Helena scribbled more notes. That's a strong motive. We'll check his finances. And Erica, she's too perfect, Ricardo said, frustration bubbling. Like she's playing a role. A knock interrupted them. An officer entered. We've got the father in the next room. Ricardo's stomach churned. He wasn't ready to face Marcos, but this was for his mother. Through a one-way mirror, he watched Helena question his father. Marcos sat, calm and smug. What's this about? He asked. We're investigating your wife's death, Helena said. Your son believes she was buried alive. Marcos didn't flinch, but his eyes flickered. That's ridiculous. She had a heart attack. The doctors confirmed it. Then why are there scratches inside her coffin? Helena pressed, sliding over a photo. Bloody nails, signs of struggle. Explain that. Marcos Kempo Uchirkarak. He's unstable. He's looking for someone to blame. Helena pushed a document across the table. Anna's life insurance policy, naming Marcos the beneficiary. Care to explain this? Marcos leaned back, a smirk forming. Fine, I'll tell you the truth. You won't like it. He crossed his arms. Anna was a burden, always so perfect, so selfless. She held me back. I had plans, and she was in the way. Ricardo's fists clenched, his father's words cutting deep that Helena's voice sharpened. So you killed her? Marcos laughed coldly. I didn't kill her. She had a weak heart. I just sped things up. Ricardo's breath caught. He wanted to scream, but he stayed frozen listening. What do you mean sped things up? Helena asked. I gave her something to help her sleep. Marcos said casually. A bit too much, maybe. She slipped into a coma, and the doctors assumed she was dead. It was easy. Ricardo's vision blurred with tears. His father had drugged his mother, buried her alive. The betrayal was suffocating. And Erica? Helena asked. Was she involved? Marcos is my wife. She gave me the idea. She's a nurse. Knew exactly what to use. We were going to start over once Anna was gone. Helena leaned forward. You're confessing to conspiracy to murder. Marcos shrugged, his smirk faltering. I didn't murder her. I just helped her along. That's still murder, Helena said coldly, signaling the officers. Marcos, you're under arrest. As Marcos was led away, his eyes met Ricardo's through the glass. You're not my son, he spat. Ricardo didn't respond. His father's words couldn't hurt him anymore. Helena approached Ricardo. We're bringing Erica in. Your testimony will seal this case. Hours later, police arrived at Erica's apartment. She opened the door, her polished facade crumbling at the sight of Ricardo and the officers. Erica, you're under arrest for conspiracy to murder, Helena said. Erica's eyes widened, then narrowed. Your mother was weak, she sneered at Ricardo. Marcos and I were meant to be. She was in our way. You're monsters, Ricardo said, his voice steady despite his pain. The trial was swift. Marcos and Erica's confessions, paired with the forensic evidence, left no doubt. Both were convicted of conspiracy to murder and sentenced to life without parole. Ricardo sat through it all, relief bittersweet. Justice was served, but his mother was still gone to dusk. Ricardo returned to the cemetery, standing before Anna's grave, now adorned with fresh flowers. It's over, Mom, he whispered. They can't hurt anyone anymore. Kneeling, he touched the headstone. I miss you. I'll make you proud, I promise. A gentle breeze carried the faint scent of his mother's favorite perfume, as if she were there, comforting him. For the first time in months, Ricardo felt peace. As the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and pink. He walked away, lighter but resolute. His mother's love would guide him through whatever lay ahead.